Hello class, in this section we're going to look at critical values, and critical values are going to be used to find actual parameters of, well, it depends on what we're looking for. In the current scenario that we're looking at, you're looking at a population proportion or a population mean. Now, the basic idea is that you have the value of sigma. And if you have the value of sigma, then you're going to be looking for a proportion or a mean. The critical values are going to be actual values used as we find an estimate on these two parameters based on a sample. And here's the basic idea. So as long as you're doing a proportion or a mean and sigma is given, all the values are going to be from the normal standard distribution. And the normal standard distribution is going to be broken down as follows. So in any case, both of these are going to be bell-shaped curves, but some would be from the t-distribution if we don't have sigma. If we have sigma, they'll be from the standard normal. Now, what they want here is the general sketch. So let me go to the general sketch. And this is going to be the general sketch. So you're going to have technically the bell-shaped distribution or a bell-shaped distribution broken down into the following values. So you're going to have a c-score here and a c-score there, typically 1 and 2. The specific value that we're looking for, it's that one. That is called the critical value. Now, you're going to have that the total area under the curve is equal to 1. So technically c plus alpha is equal to 1. This area is given as c. And the values of actual alpha represents the tails. So that would be alpha, and technically that will be alpha. So therefore, for this specific section, we're going to call that alpha divided by 2. And this section is going to be called alpha divided by 2. The basic idea is that the value of c, in this case this value here, represents the actual probability that we have the parameter or the level of confidence, and the value of alpha represents the probability that we do not have the parameter. Let me fix that c. And let's go to the first example where we're actually finding these specific values. So everybody, take a look at example 2, and here we're given the following. So we're given that the value of c is equal to 90. The value of c is equal to, well, 95. In that case, that would be this portion. And they are estimating the population mean. So because they're estimating the population mean, we're actually looking at c-scores. So in any of these two scenarios, they're going to be actual c-scores. So this is the basic idea. You're going to have, for this particular one, the actual distribution broken down as this is going to be a critical value, C1. This is going to be a C2. Now, C is equal to 95. So therefore, let me just label this as C is equal to 0.95. So you're going to have that C plus alpha is equal to 1. So therefore, alpha is equal to 0.05. So alpha divided by 2 is equal to 0.025. Now, this 0.025 represents the area that's here. This is alpha divided by 2, 0.025. And this is alpha divided by 2, which is 0.025. We typically shade this region because it technically represents the probability that we will not actually be estimating the parameter. Don't forget that you're actually looking at a distribution. So theoretically, these are going to go to the infinities. Now, what we're going to find here is the actual value to the left. Now, let me give you the code. So the code for this one, it's actually going to be a simple normal, it'll be an inverse norm of 0.025 with 0 and 1 as your actual values. Please take a second and evaluate this one so we can compare values. And I'm getting on this one that it happens to be negative 1.96. This specific value is 1.96. So in this case, the actual critical value it's approximately C, which is approximately 1.96. Your final answer, it's going to be technically the 1.96, and it's always the one that happens to be on the positive side. Now, let's take a look at another example. In this case, example 3, and they're doing a minor change to it. We're actually looking at the value of C being 0.90. And well, you're estimating the mean. You have that sigmas known. So as we create the sketch of this one, this is going to be the values of Z1. This is going to be the values of Z2. The values of alpha is equal to 0.10. Remember that C plus alpha is equal to 1. So in this case, C is equal to 0.90. So the values of alpha divided by 2, it's half of alpha, so 0.05. So let me shade the actual tails. And let me give you the code for this one. The code for this one is going to be inverse norm of 0.05, 0, and 1. Please take a second and run it. And I'm getting that this value here is negative 1.6, I'll say 45, and this value here is 1.645. So the critical value is Z, which is approximately 1.645.